A look at the Chinese zodiac. There are 12 animals in the Chinese zodiac. What are they, and what's the story behind them? Legend says that the Jade Emperor, an important Taoist god, organized a race. The first 12 animals to cross a river would be included on the calendar. The rat won by riding on the kind ox's head, jumping off and running to the shore. The ox was second, followed by the tiger. The rabbit hopped on logs to take fourth place. The dragon took fifth place. The horse didn't notice that the snake had wrapped itself around the horse's leg. The snake frightened the horse and jumped ahead to reach the shore before it. The goat, monkey, and rooster worked together to row a small raft. They were in 8th, 9th, and 10th place. The dog got 11th place because it was having more fun splashing in the water than swimming across. In last place was the pig, who had stopped to eat and take a nap before crossing the finish line.
Hello, welcome to English for You. I'm Sam.
I'm Chickling.
And today we've got a nice little topic about Chinese zodiac. I think it's going to be something that you know a little bit more about than I do.
Really? I don't think I know much about it.
Okay. Yeah, it's not something that in Western countries we get taught much about.
Horoscope.
So I know that it's all about 12 animals. I know that much. So there's an animal on a 12-year cycle. Is that right? Or a 12 lunar year cycle?
I think it's lunar years.
Okay,
yeah.
so lunar year cycle. So each lunar year for 12 years has a different animal. Okay. So,
Chinese zodiac. 这个就是12生肖.
Right.
对, and as we were talking about this, I think Sam is a horse.
I am a horse,
And I'm a dog.
Yeah, so I think we'll find, and listeners might know, that each animal has different personalities, but we don't know what a horse or a dog is.
But maybe we can find out.
Yeah,
I'm not really
maybe
sure.
we can find out. Okay, let's get going. So, the article starts with, there are 12 animals in the Chinese zodiac, as we just discussed.
对，总共有12生肖哦。我们的中国嘛，应该是中国的历史传来，我们现在台湾也是有12生肖。So what are they? We will talk about them.
Yeah, we will. So the article then says, what are they and what's the story behind them? Legend says that the Jade Emperor, an important Taoist god, organized a race.
OK， 所以有没有看到 legend 就是我们传奇故事里面呢，就是说有一个玉皇大帝吧，这个 Jade Emperor 就是玉就是 Jade， 所以他是一个很重要的道教的神明哦。那么我们常常片语都会说 legend has that， 所以我们也可以说 legend has that the lake was formed by the tears of a god. So what is an emperor?
Okay, well, let's find out. An emperor is a man that rules a country or an empire. So note that I said a man. That's because a woman would be called an empress. So we can think of an emperor as being like a king, though not necessarily a member of a royal family like a king. An empress would therefore be like a queen. So, for example, Caesar Augustus was the founder of the Roman Empire and therefore its first emperor.
对，所以我们刚刚有稍微提到一下玉皇大帝的英文其实就是 Jade Emperor。那老师刚刚讲到的 Roman Emperor 就是罗马的皇帝，那如果是中国的皇帝，那么就是 Chinese Emperor。所以我们这边有看到今天的文法，也是今天的 Language and Focus。Let's take a look。我们今天看到的是非限定用法的同位语哦，它跟形容词子句很像。那么我们同位语呢，有分限定跟非限定两种用法。那我们直接来看一下句子会比较清楚哦。如果大家觉得中文比较难理解的话，我们先看一个句子 My sister's husband Wayne will be coming to dinner as well。 所以你们有没有看到 husband 后面有一个逗号， Wayne 后面也有一个逗号，指的就是我姐姐的老公，就是 Wayne 这个人哦。那么如果呢是非限定同位语，也可以放在句尾，比如说I'd like to introduce you to Jesse. 然后这边 who is 可以省略或者是写上去 who is the president of this record company.
Okay, and we also had the word organize. So organized here means to arrange or to plan something. So in the article, the Jade Emperor planned a race. They thought about the race and how they wanted it to work. For example, Freya organized a surprise birthday party for her best friend.
所以 organize 那么就是组织跟筹办的意思，所以既然是这样子的意思，我们把它变成 well organized 就可以代表一个东西管理得很好，或者是组织很好的意思。我们可以拿来形容一个公司， You can say this is a well organized company. Each person's job content is quite clear cut. 那么 organize 也可以变成一个名词嘛，那就是 organization 它就是有组织或者是机构的意思。
Okay. So back to the article, and we see the first 12 animals to cross a river would be included on the calendar. The rat won by riding on the kind ox's head, jumping off and running to the shore.
Okay, that's cute.
Yeah.
所以传说中的玉皇大帝他是个很重要的这种道教神嘛，我们刚刚有讲到，那他组织了这个赛跑，所以最早过河的12只动物代表前12名就被列入我们这个12生肖里面了。那么老鼠为什么是我们都说一鼠二牛嘛，那第一名就是老鼠，老鼠就是骑在善良的牛的头上跳到岸边，所以它才是第一名。
Okay, and then as we might expect, the ox was second, followed by the tiger.The rabbit hopped on logs to take 4th place.
So wait, so can an ox run that fast?
I don't know. I've seen bulls run, and I think an ox is like a bull. I think. So maybe. Can it run faster than a tiger? I don't know, but.
Is there a tiger in the Chinese zodiac? Yeah, there is. 有老虎耶. Okay.
Yeah. So, I don't know. But apparently it happened. So.
Or maybe it has wings. I don't know.
So, okay, in this last sentence, we had the word log. Now, interestingly, a log is a section of a tree that has been cut down or has fallen down. So we don't actually use a word that's related to tree to talk about this. So I don't know why that is, but obviously a log doesn't sound like tree. So why, when it's been cut down, we call it a log? I don't know. But anyway, an example for log would be Mark cut down the tree and split it into small logs to put on his fire.
Because like every time I hear log, I think of a diary or something like that.
Right,
Yes.
yeah.
Or maybe when we log in our computer or a system, that's what I think about. 所以但是没有老师这边讲，我们这边 log 大家要注意，它还有另外一个意思就是木材。那么它也可以当日志的意思，像我刚刚讲的。那么我们当动词的时候，就像我刚刚讲的嘛 ，log in 就是登入，那么登出就是 log out。那我们看两个句子呗。In order to log in, you have to type in a special password， 或者是呢 Don't forget to log out of the system before you leave。 所以我们知道哦，牛是第2名，来是老虎。那么兔子呢，它是因为跳在原木上渡河，所以它就变第4名了。
Right, yeah. I mean, I think as you said, like log in and log out are going to be way more common these days than like the tree kind of logs. So if you're seeing log, it's in most cases these days going to be related to logging in or out of your email, social media, something like that. Okay, so back to the article. The dragon took 5th place. The horse didn't notice that the snake had wrapped itself around the horse's leg. The snake frightened the horse and jumped ahead to reach the shore before it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a sneaky snake.
Yeah.
So we saw frighten here. And this means to scare. So if you scare someone, you frighten them. We can also use the adjective form to talk about how we feel. This movie is so scary, I feel frightened. For example, Ryan made a really scary costume for Halloween to frighten all his friends.
所以呢 frighten 就是使谁害怕或惊吓，是个动词哦。所以把什么东西吓走，我们英文很喜欢说的 frighten someone or something away， 或者是 to frighten someone or something off。比如说 be quiet or you'll frighten the deer off， 就是会把鹿吓走的意思。那么这个字啊，你后面放 ed 或者是 ing， 就会跟我们之前讲过的 ed-ing 的形容词一样的用法。frighten 就是你自己感到很害怕，那么 frightening 就是让你感到害怕的东西。所以比如说 she gets frightened when her husband yells at her， 或者是呢 failure is never as frightening as regret。 所以我们知道说龙呢它是第5名哦， 但是马并没有注意到蛇就缠在他的腿上，所以蛇就把马给吓坏了。接着呢，他就向前一跃，就抢在马之前抵达岸边，他就赢了。So like 老师刚刚有讲他是个 sneaky snake.
That's exactly right. So what other animals do we have? Well, the goat, monkey, and rooster worked together to row a small raft.
OK, 合作 they're working together, 他们一起哦，所以这边 raft 就是筏子或者是木筏，所以我们知道羊、猴、鸡是3个合作一起划木筏。So I think that's slower.
Right, yeah. I think it would be. Anyway, so they were in 8th, 9th and 10th place. The dog got 11th place because it was having more fun splashing in the water than swimming across. So there you go. That's where you finished, in 11th place.
Yeah.
So maybe the dog is very fun too. Not just loyal because it enjoys having fun.
Yeah, maybe.
That's always nice. So we have a lovely bit of onomatopoeia for you here. And if you're not familiar with onomatopoeia, well, onomatopoeia is when a word is made to sound like a real life sound. So don't ask me how we spell onomatopoeia because I can never spell it. It's got too many vowels in it. But yeah, the real life sound like crash or bang. So it sounds like, if something crashed, it's like, how do we explain that? Crashed into something. Right? It sounds like the real sound it would make. Okay. So can you guess the onomatopoeia in the last sentence of the article?
I think it's 撞声词 the splash.
Right,
那听起来就像水在喷的感觉。
Exactly. Yeah, so it sounds like the water would make if you dropped something in it, right? So you throw something in the water, it makes a splash sound.
I think bump is also one of them.
Yeah, bump. Yeah, bump, exactly. Okay. Yeah. So an example would be Ella threw a large stone into the river that splashed water everywhere.
OK, 老师刚刚讲到就是撞声词，那我们现在看到的 splash 就是你们听起来觉得很像水在喷啊，那这边就是溅起水花的意思，所以你也可以说 to splash something with something， 就是用什么去泼什么。比如说我很想睡觉啊，我就可以 I splashed my face with cold water。那么也可以拿来当大笔花钱的意思哦，我们常常会说 splash out。比如说 he splashed out hundreds of pounds on designer clothes。所以呢，有羊、马、猴子还有公鸡。他们就是分别是第8、第9跟第10名。那么狗狗是11名哦，因为它在水中玩太开心的。Yeah, I mean, dogs are supposed to swim really well.
Yeah, right? Yeah, so that kind of makes sense. So back to the article. In last place was the pig, who had stopped to eat and take a nap before crossing the finish line.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah, I know. It's so characteristic of a pig, isn't it? So nap. So it's the last vocab word for us today, and I like this word because it means to sleep, though it's usually a short sleep, perhaps like no more than an hour.
But you guys don't take naps, do you? I think only Asian people take naps.
Asian people do like to take naps, but yeah, you have especially for school, you have very long days, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of need a nap. So an example of nap could be, Jenny was so tired that she took a nap on her lunch break.
OK, 所以 nap 就是日间的小睡或打盹，所以就是 take a nap 用 take 这个动词。当nap 直接拿来当动词也是 OK， 所以你可以 to nap for， 然后后面加上你睡了多久。比如说 Ed helped put the kids to bed, but between 8 and 9, then napped for several hours. 所以我们知道最后一名是谁呢？就是小猪，他在通过终点线前停下来吃东西，然后还小憩了一下，所以就当最后一名。He doesn't even care, I think.
Right, yeah.
He's like, okay, naps are more important.
Yes.
I'm not gonna wing.
It's hard when you're a pig as well, because I can't imagine very fast.
So I think we have a for you check question, right?
We do, yes.
Which animals that are not on the Chinese zodiac calendar do you think should be, and why do you think so?
That's a very good question.
I know, right?
It's really hard to think as well. I think cat. Now, I have a feeling that when we look at tomorrow's article, we're going to perhaps find out why cat isn't included. But that's the first animal that comes to my mind is cat.
Yeah, cats are not on it. What else are not? Fish.
Fish.
Maybe
Yeah.
I think fish should be on it because fish represent surplus.
Yeah.
Maybe there should be a fish.
Yeah, fish sounds good. And fish is represented a lot in Chinese kind of
like
culture.
joy, prosperity.
Yeah.
我觉得鱼是个很好的 Yeah, but we're gonna find out tomorrow,
Yeah,
right?
Hopefully.
And do you think that horses should be on the Chinese zodiac calendar?
Yes, I think so, because I'm a
So
horse,
how does it feel about being a horse?
I don't know. I really want to know what a horse, like what its characteristic is.
I think the horse represents perseverance.
Okay. So now I have to think, am I the sort of person...
And they work hard, they're kind. Because, I go horseback riding sometimes. And I really like how calm they are always like. I mean, they don't really get mad that easily. But like dogs, they're really fast, and then they tend to get too needy sometimes. Like I have 2 corgis, and they always want my company.
So they always want you to just like pet them, feed them.
So I think that's what a dog is like, I think. And being a horse, I think, is much better than being a dog. I mean, for me, in my view.
I don't know. Now I have to think about my own personality. That's difficult because it's very hard to like think. Fit that, don't fit that.
Yeah. 所以呢，大家如果有兴趣的话呢，你们大家可以上网找一下每一个生肖代表不同的那个 characteristics。老师刚刚讲的就是我们人的个性或者是特质，然后找一下自己是什么生肖，自己是什么 ，and see if you actually match those characteristics. Okay, so I think that's pretty much we have for today.
Yeah.
And we're going to learn more about the cats, maybe?
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay. 所以我们下次见咯。那注意明天再回来。Don't forget to come back. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Emperor. The young prince became an emperor and ruled the country after his father died. Organize. If you enjoyed the party, thank Ralph. He is the one who organized it. Log. Tony cut down the large tree and cut it into smaller logs. He then put one on his fire. Frighten. Jimmy made a loud noise while his brother was sleeping to try to frighten him. Splash. On rainy days, you can easily find many frogs splashing around in this pond. Nap. Freddie was so tired after his first few classes that he decided to take a quick nap.
智慧小补帖
Chinese zodiac. Legend. Raft.